Today I'm at Ferrari Maserati of Long Island to check out a very special Ferrari, one that's limited to just 80 units for the entire world. So let's go check it out. So here it is, the 2011 Ferrari 599 SA Aperta. Announced at the 2010 Paris International Motor Show, it's an open-top roadster version of the Ferrari 599 GTB. This special series model had a limited run of just 80 examples, making it one of the rarest and most highly collectible Ferraris of the modern era. The SA Aperta was built to celebrate the 80th birthday of the company's longtime partner, the design firm Pininfarina. The SA nomenclature also pays homage to both Sergio and Andrea Pininfarina, whose company and work have been linked to the most successful road-going cars ever built at Maranello. So SA stands for Sergio and Andrea, and Aperta simply means open in Italian. The 599 SA Aperta is based on the 599 GTB, a Pininfarina-designed aluminum body with distinctive wind tunnel-shaped styling designed to maximize aerodynamics and high-speed downforce. The designers of the SA Aperta re-engineered the chassis to ensure it maintained a level of stiffness comparable to that of the fixed-roof GTB. The silver-painted carbon fiber fins behind the integrated roll bars recall the flying buttress pillar design of the 599 GTB and match the windscreen frame and side mirrors. The windshield of the SA was given a steeper rake, and the front and rear fascias were subtly revised with larger air intakes and outlets. In addition to its unique styling, the SA Aperta was given the upgraded engine and gearbox of the 599 GTO, along with a lower and stiffer suspension and a modified version of the exhaust system from the 599 XX race car. Part of the reason that this car is only slightly heavier than the 599 GTB is because rather than a folding hardtop, a flip-back roof like the 575-based Super Americas, or a simple cloth top, the SA Aperta has an emergency rainstorm-only roof, similar in concept to the Porsche Boxster Spiders. So this light soft top is designed to be resorted to only if the weather gets particularly bad. Under the hood, you'll find a 661 horsepower, 6-liter naturally aspirated V12. This matches the 599 GTO's V12 and trumps that of the base 612 horsepower 599 GTB. This 599 GTO derived engine makes 457 pound-feet of torque and was the most powerful engine Ferrari had ever produced at the time. Paired with a lightened 6-speed Ferrari F1 automated manual transmission that sends power to the rear wheels, the SA Aperta can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds while reaching a top speed over 200 miles per hour. This car features Brembo carbon ceramic brakes, as well as specially tuned magneto-rheological dampers, a stiffer rear anti-roll bar, and Ferrari F1 track traction control. Discussing the spec of this car, it's finished in a solid paint color called Rosso Dino, which is technically red, as you can tell by the name, but it looks orange in person. It's really bright, and it's got an Iroko interior. I'm sure this spec is pretty controversial online. I've always wanted to see it, believe it or not, just because it's so bold. You've got the matte silver on the windshield frame, the mirrors, and back here. It's a really interesting spec. Would I get it myself? Absolutely not, because I think it looks like a Reese's cup. This spec just reminds me of Halloween, so I definitely wouldn't get it. I'd probably get it in pearl white, and I know that's a subtle color, but I think it just suits this sleek, gorgeous car so well. Let's take a look at some of the optional equipment this car has. So the Scuderia shields are optional. These yellow brake calipers are also optional, and they cost $1,377. The carbon fiber driver zone and LEDs is a $6,438 option. The carbon fiber central bridge is a $2,432 option, and iPod connection is an $862 option. So yes, this car does have iPod connection. That is an option, and it's really a sign of the times. Rosso Dino is an out-of-range paint color, so it was an $8,973 option. And the very interesting Rosso Dino painted dashboard trim was a $1,099 option. Colored stitching was a $486 option, and a colored steering wheel was a $428 option. When this car was new, it had an MSRP of $515,000. This particular example was spec'd out to a total MSRP of $555,012, and right now it's currently for sale with 343 miles for a whopping $1.3 million. In 2011, it was originally delivered to Ferrari of Newport Beach, and now 10 years later, in 2021, it ended up at Ferrari of Long Island in New York. Taking a look at the interior, Ferrari's racing heritage is celebrated with its driver's side dashboard-mounted Ferrari 31 Formula One World Titles plaque, along with its individual chassis number. Another specialized plaque on the radio cover reads Limited Edition 1 of 80. On the steering wheel, you've got the famous Manettino switch, which allows the driver to change performance characteristics while driving. Right now it's currently set to race mode. The instrument cluster features a speedometer that goes all the way up to 220 miles per hour and a yellow rev counter. So unlike some of the more recent Ferraris, this car only has one digital screen, and it's on the left side of the rev counter. And right now it currently says Ferrari SA Aperta because I just opened the door, but when you start this car up and start driving, it'll display some information. In the center, you've got the launch button, reverse, and auto, and your lock and unlock buttons down here, climate control, and your radio. So you could definitely tell this car is from 2011 just by looking at this radio. Got some carbon fiber, looks really good, and it says SA Aperta on the passenger side of the dashboard. What do you guys think of this painted dashboard? It's really bold, really interesting. It's cool how it brings the exterior into the interior, but I don't know, this color is just so bold that I'm not sure if it looks good in the interior. You've got the engine start button right on the steering wheel. It's a pretty comfortable car. I'm very comfortable in these seats, and it's really cool having no roof in a V12 Ferrari. I can only imagine how fun this car would be to drive. So that was the 599 SA Aperta. Also in the showroom is a blue Pazzi 458 Italia, an Argento Nürburgring F8 Tributo, a Bianco Avis 488 GTB, this Rosso Corsa SF90 Stradale, this Bianco Italia 458 Italia, an 812 Superfast, and a Portofino. We already checked out this SF90 Stradale in one of my previous Ferrari videos, so if you haven't seen that video, be sure to go check it out. We also checked out a Rosso Corsa 812 GTS and a loaded Ferrari Roma with over $140,000 in options. This really nice Rosso Corsa 488 Pista just joined us in the showroom with pretty much every carbon fiber option. Even at the front, as you can see here and here, this is a great spec, and it even has tricolore details on the seats with a stripe in the center and tricolore on the paddle shifters with white stitching in the interior. Outside of the detailing building, which is currently in the process of becoming prettier, we've got a 2015 Ferrari 458 Speciale Coupe in Rosso Scuderia over Nero. It's got the exposed carbon fiber blades next to the headlights and these two outlets on the hood to allow air to travel over the car. You've got this expansive meshwork in the front to bring air in, with the prancing horse right in the center, some more exposed carbon. If we come around to the side, you'll notice it has matte gray wheels with yellow brake calipers, the optional Scuderia shields, and at the back you'll notice there's no 458 Speciale badge, which would normally be right here. So that was my visit to Ferrari Maserati of Long Island. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.